up, y'all? It's me, Erica, and we are down here. Peace, y'all. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. A long time. What's up, y'all? It's me, Erica. We are down here, honey. That other video was 25 minutes. That didn't make no sense. And I hadn't talked about nothing. I was just taking my kid to school, stopping at Starbucks. We talked a little bit about Beyonce. Oh, Pawpaw walking. So let's talk about what's going on the internet.
I sponsor the blog. Let me tell you something.
Okay, let's go. Let's see what's going on. All right. First story. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. Let the diva know you stopped by. Shout out to Bondi Blue for getting posted on the Jasmine brand, honey. I said, I know that's right. You big shit now. You big shit now. Did y'all watch the Dr. Heavenly and Bondi Blue's episode? Bondi was interviewing or talking to Heavenly about the last episode. And there's a part where Dr. Heavenly is talking about Martell and how he was calling her and telling her office that if telling her office people, if you know what, if she knows who's on the other end of the phone, she gonna come to the phone. Like, real arrogant. Baby, shout out to Jamie, that's me, who was in the comments like, y'all need to tag Bondi. I don't know what's going on. Y'all, it would be nice if y'all tagged Bondi. And they're like, oh, okay, yeah, tag her. Don't play no games. Heavenly isn't the only one in the clip, girl. Don't play. Down at the Jasmine Brown show. Shout out to Bondi Blue and Dr. Heavenly for their appearance on the Jasmine brand. I said I had to say that because I want to give Bondi a shout out. Kendrick Lamar speaks on maintaining his privacy even as an artist and not wanting to be labeled the GOAT. Kendrick Lamar may be a man of many words when it comes to spitting lyrics, but he prefers to maintain a certain level of privacy when it comes to his personal life. The Grammy Award-winning artist recently spoke candidly for a cover story with Citizen magazine, which is something he rarely does. During the interview, which was conducted while he was on a trip to Ghana, Kendrick Lamar discussed his work and how he is so invested in his personal life. Kendrick, 35, said, "The person that people see now is the person that I've always been. For me, the privacy thing has never been an issue that I had to carry out with full intention. It's just who I am. If I feel I have to remove myself, I just remove myself. I won't complain about it. I won't cause a big blow up or a big stir. And I let the world know that the walls are closing in." He added, I'm with that. You don't have to change nothing. Don't change nothing about yourself. I'm just going to move to where that frequency, my frequency harmonizes. You be who you are. You ain't got to change. Go ahead and be you. And just make your way and make your way out. Being able to be fully aware of myself emotionally and to be able to eventually grow emotionally mature to that next level. It may take more time than the next man. That's why I never point fingers when artists are not capable of holding themselves in that type of stressful position, because some people grow different and it takes time, especially when who they are and who they want to be sometimes gets distorted. For me, it's all about being aware of how I'm feeling. That's good. Sounds like he's had some therapy. Sounds like he's becoming emotionally mature. And in that, he wants his privacy. He feels like he doesn't need to change the energy in the room. If it's not conducive to him, he removes himself. That's why I'm like, I think a lot of people should take that like kind of approach to a lot of things. I think we spend so time wanting to change the environment. Like, you walk into an environment, like yesterday in the chat, there was some letter in a circle talking shit about men and saying things. And it was like, clearly your presence right now in this environment is not harmonizing with the rest of the room. So instead of asking me to change what I'm talking about in order for you to be comfortable, the best option is for you to change the channel and go where the energy that you want to put out is harmonious with the other group of people that you want to be in community with. When you're in a space and the person is talking about something that you want them to change what they're talking about because what they're talking about makes you uncomfortable, no, you get up and you remove yourself. I think a lot of times I think it's the way that we're socialized to be in relationships where we feel like we want the person to change and we want them to change for us. And I think it translates into like larger group settings, right? When people come onto people's platforms and start telling them what they should be talking about, it's like there's probably someone somewhere, like there's thousands and millions of us talking. There's someone somewhere saying the shit you want to hear. Instead of asking a creator to change or the room to change to fit you, go where it harmonizes. Go where your energy harmonizes. Like that person in the comments yesterday. I said, you are clearly in the wrong place. You clearly are creating disharmony. Not that much, because the other vibrations in the room are stronger than what you were trying to bring. But unless you adjust your behavior in here, if you don't want to adjust your behavior, no problem. But you can't do it here. And that's just simple as that. You can't do that here. You can go somewhere else and do it, but you won't come in here with your off energy and expect everyone to match your energy. No, we're harmonizing in here. You come in here off key, get the fuck out. Either you start, unless you start harmonizing with us, but you ain't got to change your tune, but it just doesn't sound good over here. Take it over there. Don't change your tune. If you come in and your tune isn't harmonizing with the rest of the room, leave. That's how it works for me. So shout out to Kendrick Lamar. It sounds like he's doing some work. He says he's being fully, it's all about being aware of how I'm feeling, being in touch with your emotions, not ignoring your emotions. And I think for men in this society, because society, conditions men to not be in touch with their emotions, when you hear men talking about their feelings and their emotions, you could tell they're doing some work. To the therapist, all the therapists point, get in touch with your emotions, all of your emotions, not just anger and lust, all of your emotions, so that you're able to say how you feel about a situation and you're not acting out in a tantrum because you don't have the words to express how you feel. But that comes with unlearning your socialization, because your socialization tells you that you have to stifle your feelings. And we could see that it's not healthy. The women are responding. They're not interested in people who are not in touch with their emotions or understand how to explain themselves or even have the resources to explain themselves. So shout out to him. He says, other thing that stood out to me where he says that being able to be aware of myself emotionally and being able to eventually grow emotionally mature to that level, it may take more time than the next man. That's why I never point fingers when artists are not capable of upholding themselves in the type of stressful position, because some people grow different. And it takes time, especially when who they are and who they want to be sometimes gets distorted. And I remember coming into the awareness that most people, when they're around other people, they're coming into the position with an idea instead of the reality, right? The idea is always great. It's always has a bunch of filters on it, right? And it leaves you not being able to see, and it becoming distorted who you really are versus the idealized version of yourself. And that a lot of people walk around. That's why people get upset when you say something about them And you're like, your behavior is this, this, and that. And they're like, no, it's not, because in their mind, they have another idea of themselves, and the reality of who they are is not, it doesn't match. It doesn't match. So they're always in conflict with themselves. That's an internal conflict, because you have to be able to be who you are and be in your truth and be okay with that, and be in proximity to people who are harmonizing with that energy, with the tune that you're bringing to the area, if that makes sense. So shout out to him. I'm all for people, everybody, everyone needs to be able to express their emotions, and all of their emotions, all of their God-given emotions. There's no emotions that are bad. There's no emotions that are good. They're emotions, energy in motion. That's it. And when you only are socialized, and everyone's socialized like that, there's time we tell women not to cry. You see Giselle Bryant, she's praised for being stoic and not letting people see her sweat. A lot of women are like that. Never let them, never cry, never this. Speaking of Sabrina Fulton, that, remember I told you, I've never seen her cry ever. And we do have a society where people like crying is like, you know, you're weak if you're crying. Crying is equated to weakness, not your body responding to comfort, whatever emotions or whatever's happening inside of your body. And so the tears are coming out as a way to comfort your body, to have that release. No, it's like, no, those tear ducts are there for that's a purpose there. Stuff is supposed to come out of them. And you're over here learning how to stifle that. It's not healthy. It's not healthy for a lot of people. Being in touch with your emotions is not comfortable for a lot of people. For a lot of people, not just men in society. It's worse for men in society, but there's a lot of women like that too. They get praised for not crying. They get praised for being strong. Nobody wants to be seen as weak, and crying is, in our society, a sign of weakness. Nobody wants to be seen as weak. Don't cry. Don't have emotions. It's weird. It's weird. Offset sues quality control amid Migos breakup rumors. Rapper says former label falsely claimed his solo music and Pierre blackballed him. This is from the Jasmine brand. It says Migos member Offset is taking the rap trio's record label to court. According to reports, rap artist Offset, born Kiari Cephas, filed a lawsuit on August 23rd against the hip-hop record label Quality Control Records for allegedly attempting to own his solo career. In the filed documents, the 30-year-old rapper accused QC of not following through on a deal they made January 2021. Reportedly, the lawsuit states that Offset negotiated his solo deal and paid handsomely for his artist rights, but now that he's dropped a new solo project, QC isn't honoring the deal. The Georgia native recently released new music, his solo single titled 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello? Okay, I'll be right back. All right, y'all, I'm back. Okay. So it says the Georgia native released new music, his solo single titled 54321, produced by Baby Keem, which he said Quality Control incorrectly tried to claim it as its own, and an action he reportedly calls hostile. Shortly after his release, the rapper-songwriter teased that more solo music was on the way. According to Offset, he's dropping another song titled Code, featuring Moneybagg Yo, this Friday. The track is set to be released on Motown Records, the label he signed with for his solo career. Pierre, the co-owner, recently took to Twitter to speak on the suit. He said the last lawsuit was filed publicly and dismissed quietly. Let's see how this one go. Been too real for all this lame shit. Everyone know the real problem. Offset replied, niggas act like I'm the problem. I paid millions to get my rights back. Nigga, you blackballed me. I ain't said shit one time, homie. I ain't spoke to you in 2 years. You know what's really sad? You know what's really sad about all of these things is that you get these people who are creatives, and then you get these black ass record labels and heads of record labels, and they fuck their artists over all of the time. And all y'all come back and say they should have read their contract. My whole thing is, why do you keep signing contracts? These contracts don't ever seem to benefit you. Never. I'm like, can somebody come out and say they had a good deal, you know? And then, like, even with Megan Thee Stallion, the stuff that she's going through all the time with that bulldog head Carl Crawford or whatever his name is, doing people wrong, and then everybody else yells at them, you should have read your contract. You should have read your contract. What do y'all think about that? I don't know why they do people like that. Just bad businessmen trying to get over on people, trying to figure out a way to get over on people. How can I get the most out of this? And what's crazy is, that's why it's so hurtful when black people do it to black people, because it's like, you're not supposed to be the predator. Like, you're supposed to be the one that helps this person achieve their goals and dreams. Like, why do you have to be the type of person who takes advantage of someone like Pharrell and Khalees? Why do you have to be that person? Why would you do that? Why would you be okay to do that to somebody where they don't even get their fucking writing credits and they helped compose the fucking song? Why would you do that? Why would you agree to that? Why would anybody sit at a table and say, you know what? We're not going to put Khalees we're not going to give her credit for her contribution to this song. Who sat down and agreed to stiff this woman out of years and years and years of royalties? What are y'all doing? I don't understand that. Pharrell, Diddy, anybody, what's his name? Pierre. P. All these people, why do y'all do people wrong? Why is that the path? Why do you take that path? Like, okay, let me figure out a way that I can get the most out, that I can squeeze the most out of this person. And then we get online, not we, but y'all, say they should have read their contracts. And like I said yesterday, did you read the contract when you went to work and you agreed to work for your job? Did you read the contract that you signed? When you said these are going to be your job duties, and all of a sudden other duties as assigned comes up, and you're like, hold up. What part of the contract is this? This is not this is not the contract or the job description. Oh, but you didn't read the bottom that says other duties as assigned. Oh shit, you didn't read your contract, did you? Should have read your contract. You see how insensitive that is? It's not right. And then you make a way you make the money appealing, right? You make the advances and all that. That's appealing. And then the people sign deals. And then you're not going to tell this person he can't put out he can't do his solo. Okay, I'm signed to y'all for my, trio for the Migos. You gonna tell me I can't be a solo artist? Who the fuck are you? First of all, I'm a whole ass person out this bitch. You don't own me. That's crazy. That's crazy. I don't care Offset, all the raggedy shit he does to Cardi and stuff like that. The principles, it's not about him or Pierre, but it's just like the principles that people have when they get into this industry, and then they take advantage of creatives. They do. We see it every day. How the fuck you gonna tell him he can't go somewhere else to do his solo deal? Vivica A. Fox hasn't spoke to Jada Pinkett Smith since calling out her remarks about the Oscar slap. Oh, bitch, I wouldn't talk to your ass neither. Bitch, Why would the fuck would you get on anybody's stage and fake cry and act like you so concerned about and then blame me for some shit another motherfucker did? No, I'm not speaking to you at all.
Will Smith was defending her honor. That was why the reason he walked on stage and slapped, because he felt like his wife had been offended. Mm-hmm. So for me to see no accountability as a partner. Also, let's not forget that Chris Rock was assaulted. Mm-hmm. We cannot forget that Will Smith was defending her honor.
And then she really started crying. She started crying. He was defending your honor, so for some reason, she needs to come out and say something. Another patriarchy princess. Why the fuck would you make a woman responsible for the actions of I was about to say sober, but we don't know, of a sane, grown, fully capable man? How the fuck are you really going to play into that programming and blame a woman at accountability as a partner? And the other day I spoke about these men being married and being serial killers. So you tell me the wives of these serial killers should be held accountable for the actions of their husbands? Or is that what you're telling me, Vivica Fox? Is that what you're telling me? That's why I will never be it would never be this, because I know what to say to keep them far enough away. Because when you get into those circles of people who will say anything on a stage, did you really blame Jada? Anyone who blamed Jada Pinkett, you are whack. You are whack. She did absolutely nothing. People were trying to analyze her facial expressions. She gave him the cue. I guess she did. And got Will Smith up, because, men, they're your leaders, but, a woman can easily manipulate them. Girl, Vivica Fox, I wouldn't speak to your ass neither, bitch. Just like that. Straight like that. It said, it appears Vivica A. Fox has not spoken to longtime friend Jada Pinkett Smith since criticizing her comments about Will Smith hitting Chris Rock at this year's Oscars. While on the Wendy Williams show back in June, Vivica A. Fox reacted emotionally to Jada Pinkett's red table remarks about moving forward after the infamous Oscar slap. Fox, who co-starred with Will Smith in Independence Day and Set It Off in the same year, 1996, I just wish we could have just a little bit more accountability, and for it not to seem so self-righteous on Jada's part, and that's my feeling. Self-righteous? What? What? Meanwhile, you're the same fool on the internet telling people you're still in love and he was the love of your life. A man who got on the internet and called your old ass weak, was making fun of your ass, and 50 Cent talked about you like a fucking dog, and you talking about he's the love of your life. You the same bitch. You the same one. The same one. I think they're just really going through a lot of what? I think they're just really going through a lot of season of healing right now. Listen, I love Will Smith. He's one of my favorite people on the planet. We all make mistakes. But there's one person who deserves a second chance. It's him. I think he's taken full accountability for his actions. I hope we could all move forward from the incident and learn that it must never happen again. Y'all act like Will Smith is like running around hitting people. That was the crazy part. The crazy part, and to Willow's point, a lot of times we have to walk around lying because we can't actually be human and express our emotions and actually get mad and have a isolated incident where this person lost control, wrong as he was, but still know like and then just turning around and blaming it on Jada Pinkett. That's the craziest part to me. That's hold Will Smith accountable for his own actions. She didn't tell him to do it. She didn't give the signal or anything. You guys are ridiculous. And anyone who blamed Jada Pinkett for any of this, check yourselves. Check yourselves. I wouldn't speak to your raggedy ass either. I sure wouldn't. The Jasmine brand reports that Vanessa Bryant has been awarded $16 million in damages by jurors for Kobe Bryant's crash scene photos case. I know that's right. Was this the day after his birthday? His birthday's on the 23rd. Verdict: Vanessa Bryant awarded $16 million in damages. She broke down sobbing when the clerk read the unanimous decision. Jurors awarded Vanessa Bryant $2.5 million for past suffering, $7.5 million for future suffering, $1 million for past suffering from the LA County fire, and $5 million for future suffering for LA County fire. Yeah, that was raggedy. I heard a description of what those pictures, of what was on those pictures. And to think like, oh, let me take pictures of this and then act like you're going to sell. Like, what are you thinking about when you sit down and say, I'm going to take a picture of a dead body, of a public figure at that, a public figure, their dead body, and I'm going to sell it to a media outlet so they can turn around and show everybody, and then you get paid for that. What kind of person? I guess the same kind of people who will create a predatory contract for a person to sign and then basically tell them you can't be a solo artist. I guess it's the same kind of people. Because people are just evil. They have parts of them that just will make decisions that just only serve them and not think about anybody else, not think about this man's wife, the other people, their family, like everybody, not just Kobe, but everybody. Like, why would that be like, ooh, I'm going to take a picture of these dead bodies and sell them to a media outlet so I can get some money. Blood money. That would be blood money, in my opinion. Blood on your hands. If those pictures ever show up, well, good for her. $16 million. Bravo posted a message in response to Garcelle's underage son being verbally attacked. 14 years old. And somebody has created bots to harass this child. That's crazy. I don't understand. That's what I'm saying. It's like an energy with the fan base of housewives that it's like a I don't know. It's like a I feel like it's like hot breath, breathing, wanting to eat, wanting to feed. That's what it feels like. It feels like a group of people who just want to feed. I want to feed. I can't stand this person. This person is evil. I can't. And then like harassing children. Harassing children. Let me tell you something. There are people that I don't go to nobody's comments. The way y'all be in the comments talking about how much you just don't like Candy and this and that and this and that and this and that about Candy. But outside of a Real Housewives of Atlanta review, you won't see a video on Candy. I'm not on Candy's page telling her how whack I think she is. It's none of that going on. It's none of that. I don't care. After I'm done with the review, I don't give a damn. But some people get so obsessed. And I remember like back in the day, my grandmother used to talk about how the women would act over the soaps, right? When you would watch her stories and the women would see the actors in public and scream and yell at them and be mad at them because they became so attached to the characters, and then but to harass children, that's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous to harass children, to harass anyone. Like that, like I said, like we could sit up here and talk all day, but I'm never gonna be like, go to so and so's page and do. No, girl, what? That's ridiculous. And you have to have something else better to do. You have to have something else better to do than to be online behind a keyboard creating bots to harass the child of a real housewife, of any celebrity, any public figure. Why are you talking to their children? It's enough that y'all attack the celebrity or the public figure or the person on the reality show and go to their page and say negative shit in the comments on their pictures. The obsession is sickening. It's sickening. Saying all this racist shit to this kid. Just crazy. I don't even want to read the shit that people were, that these bots were saying to Garcelle's sons. And poor Jax, he had to come out with a statement. Garcelle, I'm going to read the ones that are just okay. Garcelle, you have you checked Oliver's drug intake yet? Worry about that rather than worry about Erica. Team Erica, Team Diana, Team Lisa, Team Dorit. Garcelle, how about you post your microaggression towards Crystal? Why is your mom obsessed with Erica's alcohol intake? Shouldn't she be worried about your brother's drug intake? Garcelle says, I'm usually a very strong woman. I've been raised to be strong. My life has taught me to be strong, but when it comes to my kids, it hurts. It's not okay. I've been in tears all night, and it's just a TV show. People scream at your TV, throw something at your TV, but leave our kids alone. Like, what is wrong with you? What kind of sick motherfuckers are you? Like, that's some sick shit. Like, I don't understand it. You're sick. If you're a grown ass fucking adult harassing and bullying a child, that's why when these kids get in school and they're bullying kids. My son told me yesterday there was a fight at his school. This 7th grader is at the school telling people, like trying people, like trying other kids. Like he said I was like, has he said anything to you? He said, my son said, oh wow, look at the 7th graders. They're so little. And then this boy who's a 7th grader said, what is that supposed to mean? He said, and then he said, I guess he said, I'm not talking to you, or I wasn't talking to you. That's what my son said to the little boy. But then he tried another little boy, and the other little boy knocked his glasses off, and they got into a fight because he was talking crazy to trying people. And you know where these little kids learn that from? Their bully ass parents. You show me a bully. Show me a bully. Show me a bully, and then show me their parents. Show me, I bet you, the child is being bullied by their parents. And because the child has no other outlet because they're scared of their bully ass parent, they take out that anger for their parent on the kids at school because they can see eye level with them. So because they can't bully you and hit your ass back, because you standing over them telling them, I'm big, you're small, I'm smart, you're dumb. Now they're at school terrorizing everybody else. They learned it from your ass. And you grown ass adults. And when you look at the pictures of the profiles, they're all white women. We don't know if they're bots. They're just using white women pictures. It doesn't matter the race of the person. Some of the comments were racist, But it doesn't matter the race of the person. You're an adult. You're an adult. Messing with children. Like the person sitting behind their computer, like, okay, let's harass Garcelle's 14-year-old son. You need to seek deep, deep, deep therapy. Like, that's sick to me. It's sick. Sickening. Girl, Sheree posted, make sure you have your credit cards ready. She by Sheree. Joggers, let them talk. RHOA. Shout out to T with Dre. I done graduated high school. Went to college. Graduated college. Started my career. Went through 2 recessions. 3 global plagues. And changed presidents thrice. And still no she by Sheree. Pack it the fuck up. Girl, we are tired. We are tired. We gonna see what's gonna happen, honey. We gonna see what's gonna happen, Sheree. Girl, she's so whack to me. Sheree is tired and through. Nick Cannon is expecting baby number 10, third child with Brittany Bell. I'm telling you why he's doing it. It's signaling for his peers. Tory Lanez lawyer withdraws from a lawsuit involving Love and Hip Hop Miami star Prince over alleged nightclub attack. Yeah, because y'all be defending these people who are really terrorizing other people. And it's hard to, I imagine for people who defend people who do wrong, I imagine that girl, that's a white man and a black woman. He got an ankle monitor on. They got their backpacks. They're clearly houseless. But like I said, it don't matter. It don't matter. The caption says, Tory Lanez lawyer has decided to step away from his lawsuit involving reality television personality Prince. According to Radar Online, 30-year-old Tory Lanez former attorney Christopher Ells dropped the Canadian rapper in the middle of an ongoing lawsuit involving Love and Hip Hop Miami star Prince, real name Christopher Hardy. The attorney reportedly asked the court for permission to withdraw as counsel from the case. In the proposal, Christopher Ells reportedly said irreconcilable differences have arisen between him and Tory Lanez, which cannot be resolved. The attorney said he is unable to effectively represent the artist. In addition, he told the court it was in the best interest of both parties to let him leave. Recently, the judge in charge of the case signed off on the request. As previously reported, reality star Prince accused Lanez, born Daystar Peterson, and his entourage of physically assaulting him while inside Live nightclub. The singer and his crew allegedly attacked him over a misunderstanding involving a record. On November 8, 2019, the lawsuit against the songwriter alleges he verbally antagonized him and attempted to engage in a verbal confrontation. The suit also claimed that Lanez proceeded to punch Prince in the face with a closed fist. It read that he escalated his verbal antagonization of Hardy, but then began to swing at Hardy and actually punched Hardy. They running around, like I tell you, running around jumping up, punching people. Another one, just like the baby, jumping up, punching people, his little legs swinging as he jumps up and hits somebody with his little self. The Lollipop Guild. The Lollipop Guild. We represent the Lollipop Guild. The Lollipop Guild. They're the lollipop terrorists. They are. Running around terrorizing people. Something must have happened. His lawyer was like, absolutely not. I'm not doing this with him. This motherfucker, I can't defend him. Sorry. Whatever's happening between us, we cannot repair it. So it's best he finds somebody else. I wonder what happened. Degenerate motherfucker out here terrorizing people because your ass is little. Little fuck. That's exactly what they are. Little fucks. Azealia Banks, this is from the Jasmine brand. Azealia Banks accuses Nicki Minaj of shutting down her reality show that was allegedly in the works. She knows I'll have much better ratings. I was supposed to start filming a reality show last month, but apparently Nicki gave the network an ultimatum because she knows I have much better ratings. And now they all hate her and think she's ghetto, terrible to work with, overweight, and boring. Not overweight. But I've got 3 more offers in the inbox. Okay, so the Azealia Banks reality TV show is happening. I'm excited. Finally, people will get to see the real me, an asshole. You know, she's a Gemini, honey. It looks like Azealia Banks is working on taking her controversial comments to a broader platform. However, she claims a fellow rapper has put her plans on hold. Rapper Azealia Banks took to Instagram on Tuesday, August 23rd, to seemingly give her fans an update on what to expect next to the pop rap artist. The Harlem native shared in her IG stories that she was supposed to film an upcoming reality show. Then she followed with alleged reason for the show's halt. Seemingly accused rapper Nicki Minaj and offering the proposition to the network. I was supposed to start filming a reality show, but apparently, okay, we read that. Shortly after, she shared a cryptic post that followed a shorter text that said her reality show was happening. Nicki Minaj has yet to reply to Banks's claims. Girl, let me tell you something. I'm going to be very honest with you. I always think about this, when Maddie and Kaya got in, like, there was like talks about Nicki kind of working with Kaya and Maddie. I felt like it was an attempt to silence them from talking about her. And then I just felt like that. That's how I felt. Like it was an attempt because Nicki didn't want Kaya on her ass. I feel like that. But I do feel a lot of people have shared that the way that she moves behind the scenes. And it's so ironic that just 10 years ago, everybody was telling Little Kim, pack it up, sit down, it's over with. You didn't come out with nothing after you came out of jail and all this other stuff. Nicki is the new girl, sit down, Little Kim, this and that. And now it seems like Nicki Minaj is acting in the same way. Like, okay, girl, let the other girl shine. And I've said this 1,000 times. Nicki Minaj was the last woman rapper in the era of only one woman at a time. So that was an era before the internet, before the Cardi B's, before the stripper to rapper formula, before all of that happened. Nicki Minaj was the only one, like literally in a class by herself, because the gatekeepers in hip hop culture will only allow one woman at a time. The same way in mainstream media, they only allow one black male comedian at a time, right? And then later try to give him a television show, right? So it's only one woman at a time. And I think Nicki Minaj was used to always going, like, she would be nominated against other rappers that were just as good, but they didn't have the reach that she had. They didn't have the connections that she had. It wasn't until the internet came that these women were able to SoundCloud and get noticed, and without the help of any man. They didn't need the men at all. A lot of these men were predatory. A lot of these men were asking for sex in return for a lot of things. So they only made one woman at a time, and the women will fall into that and they'll accept that. I'm the queen of the label. How many times have you seen on Love and Hip Hop where 2 women are fighting over being the queen of the label? I'm the queen of his label. Some nigga that doesn't have any intentions of creating a label, but telling you you're going to be the queen of his fucking label. And you love that because you want to be the only woman. Nicki Minaj fell into that. And I think she's having a problem. And like, when you notice the way that she moves, you hear the way that she moves behind the scenes, and it's almost as though she does not want to give other people that opportunity, or she doesn't want, like, she'll get mad at one person for doing a song with another person. Like, it's really weird. It's like, who are you, lady? And why do you think that you really, in this day and age, have that much clout to where people are not going to do songs with certain people because of Nicki Minaj? like the pool, it doesn't reach back enough, right? The pool is just like, you don't have the pool anymore. And I think it's time to just like realize that. Just like we had to tell, not we, but y'all had told little Kim, relax, let the other girl shine. Let the other girl shine. Why wouldn't you want, I would love to see a Azealia Banks reality show. I would love to see a Nicki Minaj reality show, but not with that man. Your husband. No, ma'am. So yeah, I would love to see a Nicki Minaj reality show and a whatchamacallit, Azealia Banks reality show. Young Thug, California passes a rap lyrics bill that will ban the use of lyrics as evidence following YSL RICO indictment. Looks like the arrests of Atlanta rappers Young Thug and Gunna are influencing politics. According to reports, the state of California recently voted to approve a bill that would prevent prosecutors from using rap lyrics as criminal evidence. The bill, named AB 2799, was reportedly unanimously voted for by California Senate this past Monday and subsequently approved by the state assembly, leaving the governor's signature on the bill the last step before officially becoming a law. Similar to the New York's recently passed bill on rap lyrics on trial, supported by Jay-Z, Meek Mill, Kelly Rowland, Robin Thicke, and Fat Joe. AB 2799 bans lyrics from the courtroom unless prosecutors can show that they are directly relevant to facts of the case and won't inject racial bias into the proceedings. So it's not all lost, because I think the bill is ridiculous. I think it's ridiculous. But I've always said, if it falls in line with a crime that was committed, use the damn lyrics. Period. All right, y'all. Let's go back out, and then we're going to come back with another video. All right, take care of each other. Protect your energy. Peace.